What's going on, everybody? Today's trading recap, May 21st, 2021, ending the day with $1,240 in the green with 4 trades, putting us at about, I believe, $6,500 for the month. Our goal is $10,000 to $15,000. So before I start, please make sure to hit the subscribe button, the like button, and also leave a comment for feedback. I would really appreciate it. It'll help out in future videos. So let's move on to the trades. First trade was on Amazon. I really had to sit on my hands on this one. As a trader, you really have to be disciplined and not FOMO into a trade, because when I saw the Qs going down, I felt like I was missing out on a lot of profits. I should have taken an opening range, blah, 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 all of that stuff. But, I just tried to really sit on my hands and focus on my A+ setup, which is Trendline Breakdowns. So what a Trendline Breakdown is, I want to see higher lows, 3 taps to the higher lows, and a confirmation that it's going to break down. So pretty much it's kind of finding a way to guess the top. So once it breaks the trend line, I felt that to me is a confirmation that the uptrend might end now. So I would take a quick scalp to the downside. So as a short seller, I buy puts and I focus on momentum to the downside. And that's exactly what Amazon did. I did miss out on some gains, but I took a quick profit with just 2 contracts. As mentioned in the previous videos, Fridays, I learned to position lower, size down on my contracts. So I only entered in with just about 2 contracts and about 2 or 3 contracts on Tesla, because Fridays used to be my worst trading day, and now it's my best trading days, because I saw, using my journal, that I'm taking larger positions. I'm being too greedy. So that's what I really focused on, and that's how I started improving my Fridays. So let's go and look at Amazon, the first trade here. So Amazon, here was the setup that I wanted to take, was an opening range, but I really had to sit on my hands on this one because Amazon could be really volatile. The spreads on the contracts are really, really big. So, once you enter, you might already be in the red by like 50 bucks. So I really, sat on my hands on this one. I even sat on my hands on this bear flag here because it was still a risky position, and seeing that Qs were moving lower, I felt like, how low can it go, because it could start reversing on me. Luckily, I didn't take this trade because I probably would have held it, because once I saw it break through this low, I felt like it could come down even more. But the Qs started reversing, and so did Amazon, and I waited until a trend line kind of broke down. So here's the trend line that I drew, and I entered in with just 1 contract here at the break of that previous candle. And after this candle broke, I entered in with 1 more, holding 2 in total, and got out at the double bottom here. And I actually got out at the bottom of this wick, so I got really lucky on that one. What I did was I identified the resistance level on the options chart and saw that there was, the contract price was at this specific level using the history data. And Tesla, let's see what we have for Tesla. Oops. Tesla, I took a few trades on. I felt like I missed out on this move here on this small flag, but like I said, it wasn't a clean setup that I really prefer. So what happened was I looked at this trend line and saw that it was trending up a little bit, but with the Qs moving down, and then here's where it started curling up. And once I saw this curl up and it couldn't break through this high, and I waited for a confirmation that I could curl down, and I started taking my profit at around this support level, because like I said, normally on other days I would try to hold through the double bottom and wait for that, but you can see that it's just, you'd be waiting about almost 40 minutes or so. So I really, scalped my position here, and then right after that I waited for another setup and took another scalp on this break of the trend line. Oh, what happened there? There we go. So that was my confirmation to enter into 1 contract, or actually I believe it was 2 or 3 contracts, and eventually I got out here at the double bottom because it was a higher risk that, I didn't get out exactly at the double bottom, but I got out once it started curling up, because what happened yesterday was I got too greedy. I'm already up on the position, and then once it started curling up, I let it, go up more than it should have, because once it started going up, that's when I learned from yesterday, I'm just going to close out of my position. And of course, right when I close out of my position, it starts heading lower. And that's when I started taking the low of the day break. And the low of the day break is just pretty much anticipating that this stock is going to make newer lows of the day, and it did. And I got out for a quick scalp, which was about, I believe, $1.50 move. So that was my trade today. So, you know, I felt like it canceled out yesterday's red day, but yesterday was a pretty big hit. It shouldn't have gotten that big, but mistakes are made and I'm gonna learn from them. So let's go ahead and see what I have on the live trades. All right, Amazon is heading lower, broke through that trend line. Just want to see if it breaks through this previous candle's low. I'll enter in with just one small contract. Trying to play it safe with a low volume day. Not getting a fill on the bid. See it moving without me here, so I'm gonna get in on market order. Normally I always do market order, but with Amazon I get so afraid that, you know, with the spread so big, I get a really bad fill. The stock was, or the contract was trading at about $8.50. I got to fill at like $9.15. That's why I hate market orders on spreads like Amazon and Tesla. So it looks like it's coming down really good here. I'm only holding one contract though, and to me that's like nothing. So I want to just add in one more contract. I want to add up to a total of just 2 contracts. Amazon's just kind of scary. Really want to be patient with this trade again. Trading below the 20 moving average. You can see the Qs are moving down, which is why I entered into put positions, because I never really want to enter in put positions when the market is going up. Yes, I go against my rules sometimes, but sometimes, you know, I make the same mistake that everyone makes. I FOMO into a trade, or I really just want to take a trade on the day, and that always ends up costing me money. So I'm entering in with another contract. Looks like Amazon is just making red candles. I do expect some type of, you know, bear flag forming, but it looks like it's just going to head lower to this double bottom, and that's when I'll probably look to get stopped out, or not stopped out, but take profit. So there's resistance right here. This is where I look at my options chart and identify where I might sell based off of the history on the stock. So if you have the chart opens for the option, you can check out where the price of the options was trading at based off of the time too. So it looks like if it could, this wick here, it looks like this contract was worth over $14. So if you really want to be risky, you can put in a sell order at above $14 or at $14. But here's where I would like to get out, because I am not liking that wick there. So I'm going to leave my sell in at maybe 1280, and hopefully, you know, it makes a quick drop down. And I'm looking at the Qs right now. It looks like it's going to make a flag. I'm not liking the look of the Qs moving on up, because that means if this moves up, then Amazon will move up too. And I'm trading with 2 accounts now, so I'll be switching back and forth. Also trying to grow someone's account. All right, looks like Amazon, so if Qs move above that 20 moving average, I am not gonna like that. All right, so it looks like it's coming down. So I want to see Qs flush down now, and then Amazon will follow with it, and then that will be the end of the position. There we go. So I want to see it trading below 3,228. There we go. All right, I'll get a fill here. 1275 is a safe zone. I rarely, you know, it's kind of scary trying to put in like a 1280 or 1270, or I try to just place it below like one of those. It's bouncing right off, so I'm gonna play it safe and I'm not even gonna move my stop. Qs are coming down, so I'll definitely leave it in. There we go. Now Amazon's about to come down too. So now I'm not worried. Just looking for a quick flush. Alright, I got a fill there. So I like the move on the Qs, pushing Amazon down. So $577 in profit. Okay, I'm entering in a little late here. 5 contracts, already 3 candles red, so, and I'm switching back and forth, trading between 2 accounts, so that's a little tough. So Qs are moving lower, so it looks like Qs are gonna make new low of the day, so that's why I took a put position. I was really waiting for Qs to just curl down, and that's exactly what happened. So 470 to 465 would be my take profit, because you can see there's some type of resistance there at this chart. 480, and that's where the resistance is, and that's where I predict that the stock might go. So look at that volume on the options. Qs look like it could come down lower. $465 would be a little bit more safer. Like I said, 470s or anything in like the 70s, 50s, I feel like being in between like the 55s or the 75s, 65s would be a lot more better. With the options contract, I feel like it has a hard time breaking those levels, in my opinion. Letting this trade run, Qs making a hammer. As always, I'm always looking at the time that the Thinkorswim platform provides, and I really just want to let each candle do its thing. So every time the candle opens, I kind of give it some time and see how it's going to close, and then I anticipate on selling based off of the next candle open. So when a stock spikes down or spikes up, I'll time it, and I got a fill there. Okay, so I'm out at this resistance level at around 460, 480-ish. So that's a safe zone there. I mean, if you want to like stretch and risk more, then you can go up a little higher in the $6 range per contract, but that's a little overstretched thing. Yeah, it does look like it's going to come down lower though. I might have gotten out a little bit too early, but profit is profit. I'll walk away with green. Alright, I've alerted in the Discord that, you know, if Tesla breaks this trend line, we could see a price drop to 585. And I'll enter in with just 2 contracts, saying that I'm already in the green a lot. So I'll play it safe by just entering with just a small size. Qs are turning over. There's this big red drop on the Qs, so that's why I didn't even hesitate on buying Tesla. So I'm hoping it'll drop to 585, but I really want to just take profits really quick here. Being a Friday, volume's low. Looks okay. Q's making new low of the day, 328. I want to see it trade below 328 now. Big red candle. And this is why I love my setup. It's, you know, you really have to be patient with it, but sometimes it does reverse, and sometimes I'm stopped out a lot, but I've only had 3 red days on this month, so it's been working really good. Alright, so there's the resistance on Tesla. I might want to just take profit here really quick though, because I don't want to be too greedy. And that lesson was learned yesterday. I want Qs to come down lower, but it is trading at the low of the day now, which has a higher chance that it may bounce up. But it's a Friday. A lot of sell-offs happen on Friday. Just watching it, looks like it's rejecting that resistance level that I have at 587. I like the wick. Shows me that there's a sign of rejection. But I don't want to see it trading above the wick. Alright, looks like Qs are flagging down now. Look at that red candle. It's just got to push Tesla down more. If Qs can come down, then I won't worry about Tesla. There we go. Really close to my profit target at 670. It's trading at 645-ish right now. I'm not liking that wick either. Alright, I'll give it some time before I'll just take my profit and go. I'm only holding 2 contracts, so I don't think it's that big of a deal if it goes up, but I really don't want this position to go in the red. And seeing that I'm up over $200, close to 300, you know, I don't want to miss out on that. Yeah, it looks like it's holding this level really well too. If I see price rejection on the way down, because it looks like Qs is bottoming out, I'll get out. It's having a really hard time breaking that low. I mean, I know I said that Tesla could come down to 585, but I really don't want to get caught up in a pullback because eventually I could always re-enter into a trade. That's what I always keep forgetting, is that, you know, I could always take my profit, and then if it pulls back up and then comes back down, I'll re-enter into another trade. And that's something that I always forget that I could do. But I'm always trying to look for these big gains, and that sometimes costs me a lot of money. So I'm gonna look to get stopped out here because I'm not liking the look of the Qs. It looks like it might reverse. I might just sell in a little bit. Alright, that's a big engulfing candle there. I'm out. I don't want to be caught up in that pullback, so I'll just take my profit. And I gotta close out of this one account here too. Yeah, out on that. Alright, it's had its pullback, so now it's coming down. Qs are coming down to the new low, and are entering with just 2 contracts, just for a quick scalp to that 585 level. I just want to see it hold below 586, and I want to sell for a really quick profit. Come on, break below 586. I'm looking at the level 2. I'm always looking at the sellers too, just to see how much they're stacking up. Also looking at the candles just to see how the price is rejecting. Okay, trading below 586 now in the 585s. I'm gonna look for a quick scalp. It's it's pretty much at the double bottom. $7.35 is where I'll exit. There's a resistance right there on the previous head and shoulder on the options contract. Letting this trade run, but I won't let it go red if it starts reversing on me. But almost getting a fill. Kind of risky taking a put position or short selling at this level because Qs are down really low now, and it closed the gap. Alright, I'm about to get a fill. Q's moving lower. I'm not even worried now. There we go. $120, quick profit, in less than 2 minutes. Alright, so we are up $6,461 for the month of May on the monthly performance report. April was very low because I didn't start logging it until April 19th, so up $3,447 for April, starting from April 19th all the way through. Today I felt like was a really good day, a good Friday, I would say. Being Friday is my best trading days now because I learned to lock in profits really quick, size down a lot, and not FOMO into trades. Even stop trading after the market starts dying down after the first 2 hours. So once the first 2 hours hit, I just learned to just stop trading, because on Fridays I used to always give up my profits. I would be up maybe $1,000, and next thing you know, I would just jump into another trade, another trade, another trade, not realizing that there's no volume in the market. So what I'm trading is just you know, the premiums of the contract just dying down, just because the market isn't moving at all. It's just in a consolidation period. So I just learned to just walk away from the market after I take green and just call it a day. Alright, so if you guys want to take a look at the journal, it's called Trader Sync. I do get some type of kickback once you guys sign up. There's also a journal called Trader View. I haven't really checked that one out, but I know the user interface is a little bit outdated. So that's why I went with Trader Sync. I do like their analytics that they provide. So, you know, they do have, I believe, a 7-day free trial. And that's exactly what I did. And, you know, it kind of grew on me and I got used to the platform. Alright, so hopefully everyone had a great trading day. Hope everyone has a great weekend. I'll see you guys on Monday.